My name is Heather Quick. I'm here with Miss Kalpna Morgan. Hey, Kalpna.
Hi, Heather. Hello, everyone.
We've been hanging out here getting excited about the field, the event that is coming up at JP and Kalpna's home. I'm so excited that you're going to be hosting it in your home. It's May 19th through 22nd. And you two are such a special pair. We were just talking about how you complement each other in this work, how you're both powerhouses in all that you do to cultivate your own lives and change the lives of others. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you. And I'm excited for you to be there as well because you are a powerhouse as well.
Mm.
In fact, your energy is always so high and you do things outside of the norm. That's the kind of person you are.
That is the kind of that's an understatement, I think. Where the topic for the field is the beyond, and yeah, I think we all exemplify that pretty perfectly. But the thing I'm super excited about, this will be my fourth event that I
I think
work
so.
with you
Yes.
all. But this time my husband Sam is coming.
I know, that's really exciting.
Yeah. I'm absolutely tickled. He's like popped in and said hi, and he's, consumed a number of JP's videos. He's in the community, but it's going to be so different having him there
Uh-huh.
with you
Uh-huh.
all and you
Yeah.
guys getting to know him, right? That happens so much in
Right.
JP's world as people get to know him, right? Way more than he gets to know them. So,
Yes.
and I knew you before you knew me. Like, it's this funny thing that happens.
That's right. That's right. Because, he does talk about me a lot.
Yeah.
And I never privy to a lot of it because I don't go on social media a lot of the time. And obviously I don't listen to his coaching calls or anything like that. And so it's always when I turn up at an event at the end, I'm always a little bit taken back when people go, "Hi," and I'm like, "Oh, who are you?"
Oh, hello, you. Right.
Yeah,
The hugs, right? The hugs from people
right.
that
They hug and they say thank you, and I'm like, "For
for what? It's a different
what did I
experience,
do?"
right? When you like two
Right.
strangers hug or two people that know each other, than one person that really knows you and wants to give you a squeeze. And yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's beautiful, but I've just come off the street with my two kids, and it's always a little bit overwhelming.
well, this is going to be a different experience. We're going
Yes,
to be in your home, in your living
yes,
room for
and
4 days.
I'll be there for half the day,
Yeah, the first half of the day.
first half the
So
day.
yeah,
And
so that's yes.
sorry, and if you look on the website about the field, it says that the morning we're talking about love, and then the afternoon we're talking about money. But we were talking about this before because it really they coexist together, the ideas of love and money.
Yeah.
And it's not so much in the morning we're talking about love relationships, and in the afternoon we're talking about money. We're talking about love
Yeah.
and how love energy is money,
Yep.
right?
They're inseparable, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Especially so most of the people who are, attend these events, do this work, or in this world are service-based business professionals. So lots of coaches, but healers, all kinds of different, right? Service-oriented
Yeah.
professionals, or
Yeah.
people that show up because they want to be a person that has extraordinary relationships in their life, right? With their
Right.
spouse, with their children, with their parents, with the people around them, with, lots of people are leaders, right?
Mhm.
So it takes an extraordinary state of being to be a
Yes.
strong leader, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And what everybody has in common who comes, they're all excited to embody a degree of love that is beyond the normal,
Right.
right? To come from a place like when you're in judgment, right? It is very difficult to create coaching clients or have someone follow your initiative or have your
Mhm.
kids be excited to interact with you, right? And create
Right.
a really beautiful, harmonious home from a place of judgment. And so much of that is unconscious, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
We restrict our energy field when we are judging of ourselves and of others,
Yeah.
and we stop ourselves from being the greatness that we are with our
Mhm.
judgment. And when we are unable to be that, we're unable to hold that really deep space of love that's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I find that, like, that being, that loving being, if you say you're a coach, like, you can have the systems, you can set aside your time in your calendar, you can have all the conversations, but it's
Mhm.
that state of being, holding someone in a conversation, right? Talking about things that people don't usually talk about, right?
Right.
Talking about the same things, but in a way and to a depth that is outside what's normal. Like, that's what people are hiring you for. That's what people, right at the end of the call, say, yep, I'm signing up for that. Oh, I think I lost Kaufman a bit. We'll see if she pops back in. But oh, there she is. She's back.
I know what's going on. Sorry.
Internet.
Oh, I love it. This is what happens when you live on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
It's exciting. There's always stuff. Always stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I obviously I missed some of what you were saying, but what was coming up for me when you were talking about it was I was thinking about John's coaching, and I was also thinking about his mentor, Steve Hardison.
Yeah.
And when I, when I experienced Steve Hardison, he holds this really, really, really big space of love.
Yeah.
Like he sees past, say like past your human facade
Yeah.
to that greatness within you. And I feel like he can see my soul. And so he's not listening to the blah, 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 blah. And he's like,
Yeah.
I see you. And I
Yeah.
feel that John does that too. He holds his clients in this place of love. And, they've got their stuff. And it's like, I can see you beyond your stuff. And I know what you are capable of. And I'm a champion for that.
Yeah.
Right. And so I said this thing to John. I said, I see our room at the event being a room full of visionaries. And I love that word because visionaries to me means someone with original ideas and thought. And when you're in that space where you've let go of all your
Yeah.
stories and all your judgment, and you're at this place of like really deep love,
Yes.
this is
Yes.
when you can be a visionary.
It's when creation happens.
And I feel that we are able to hold space for people, and we want to hold space for people to be the visionary.
It's
Right.
like beyond holding space, right, Kalpna? This is what we do here,
Yeah, right.
right?
It's like,
Like,
yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's like we're saying to each of them, I see you and
Yeah.
I see who you really are inside. And
Yes.
I'm gonna I'm gonna talk to that. Right? And I'm gonna love that. And all of your other layers are gonna fall away
Yeah.
because you're gonna know that you are worthy of being truly loved.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And so that comes through. And I love that.
Oh, there's a quote that JP and I have been excited about. Pain pushes until vision pulls.
Right.
And
Yes.
like, when we are in judgment, when we are dealing with life, coping with life, right? Pain
Mm.
is pushing us through. And you know what? There's some moments for that, right? Like,
Really?
that's part of being human. And
Yes.
most of us are pretty fluent, pretty proficient in dealing with life, right? So the
Mhm.
average person, go knock on anyone's door and they're dealing with life.
Right.
And what the beyond is for me is stepping outside of that paradigm completely,
Mhm.
right? And what it takes, noticing inside yourself where you're being that, and then choosing to put that down and be something different, right? And the conversations that we have here move you into that beyond, that other space where
Right. Yeah.
visioning happens,
Right.
right? You don't have to become somebody else. You don't have to turn something on in your head. You get free, and
Yes.
out come the new ideas, and it's
Yes.
from a place of love and wisdom.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, inside each of us are the ideas, are the little seeds of what's next for ourselves, for our families, for
Yes.
the world, for our clients. And coming and spending 4 days sitting in a space where that's how we play, where it would be
Mhm.
hard to be anything else, right?
Right.
It gets that being. I remember being at your house, leaving after a few days, right? However, I was at your house for a week, a year ago, and I was driving away, getting on the plane, and I was like having this feeling that was familiar, but what was new was I was like, "Oh, this isn't gonna go away."
Mm.
Right? Like
Mm.
when you sit in it and practice it for 4 days straight,
Mhm.
right? You get more access to it. It's like
Right.
you don't have to lift the weight of getting there all the time. You sit in it and then, man, what can emerge from that really clear, pure space?
Mhm.
Like the whole world benefits.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. And what you were saying, it's not like you become somebody else.
right.
You become more you,
Yeah,
right? It's not that there's something wrong with you. It's like you become more in touch with yourself,
yeah, yeah.
right? You're able to like take all those bits of you that you've been saying, I don't like that. That bit's wrong with me. That bit's wrong with me. That bit's wrong with me. Because there's nothing wrong with you. You bring that
No,
all in and you absorb it all in. And you're like, yeah, actually, that feels good. Right?
yes. And
Yeah.
there is no other way. Like, this is the way. Being in it myself and regarding myself that way, experiencing myself that way, is
Yeah.
how I'm able to hold space
Right.
for
Yeah.
others, right? And that's what people are coming to a coach for, right?
Yes.
Is to
Yes.
have access. Like, we have it all inside of us, but it is so maybe impossible, like, for us to access ways of being we've never experienced before. That is doing it the hard way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting yourself in a space with the way of being, right? Inside the way of being that you are excited to embody, that you know it's like your birthright to
Hmm.
embody that kind of freedom, right?
Hmm.
And then taking it home and being able to share it with others.
Yeah.
That's like,
It's
yeah,
magic.
it's peak human living.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Absolutely peak human living.
It's magic. And it's from that space where you have, like you say, you have the original ideas,
Yes.
where you're the visionary. This is where you start creating big financial abundance. Or this is what we want for everyone,
Yeah.
right? We want everyone to feel super abundant, to have the wealth.
Yes.
Because with the wealth, there's, you have freedom in your mind, but then you have financial freedom. And that's just a different level of freedom.
Yes. Yes. So it's like shifting. I used to talk about shifting identity all the time, but it's really just shifting the space where you operate from, right? To
Mm.
the place of the truth of who you are. And then on a really practical level, like when you show up to a space like this, sit in that being for 4 days, you're able to have conversations about things that people don't usually talk about, right?
Yes.
And
Right.
in a way that people don't usually talk about them. And having those conversations allows us to go out in the world and hold those conversations for others.
Mm.
And there is nothing replaces like practice in that,
Right. Yeah.
right? Nothing replaces having someone do it with you so that
Mm.
you do it with others. And I'm not just talking about clients. I mean, yes, clients, that is how, I can be on a phone call with someone, right? Someone sees my social media, finds out from me, referral, something, right? They come have one conversation with me and then send me 5 figures, right? Yes, let's spend a year together, right? Or let's have one conversation with me or JP, and it's like, yes, I want to spend a year in creator's journey with you, or yes, I want to
Yeah.
do private
Yeah.
coaching because you can feel, right? That the possibility that lives in that space.
Hmm. Right. Yeah.
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 That's what
Your-
turns into money, right? That's
That's
the
right. Yeah.
abundance.
Your
Yes.
ability to hold that space for other people is exciting for other people because they know that you can see them beyond their stuff, right? And they want to be held like that.
Yeah.
They, yeah. But it's not just clients. It's you can
Right.
create magic in other areas of your life.
Yes. It's difficult not to, isn't it, Calvin,
No,
once you
totally. Yeah.
access this. Like it works so well. It feels
Yes.
so much better, right? Coming from your wisdom and coming from love that I was just with someone who signed up new client, and they um, were asking me some question about my perspective, and I said, I remember being where you were, right? Like I remember really viscerally. I have total, not even just compassion. I can relate to it, right? And now that I've done all this work and had all this experience otherwise coming from this new, different place, more free
Mhm.
place, whenever I am with someone who is speaking from that place, I get the sensation like they just sound confused,
Mm.
right? Like, oh,
Right, yeah.
like confused about all the things that are in the way, or confused about the things they have to do or should do or supposed to do.
Mhm.
And it all, you're like, you just, let's get things straight, let's talk and get all that stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And life will make sense, right? And you'll be able to take the actions towards
Right.
what you would love to create.
I think that when you're in a big truck going past
Big
me,
truck.
sorry. That's a big truck. When you're in the place of love, um, where you're able to hold that space for yourself and for others,
Yes.
then I always say that the next step seems really obvious.
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
having to like trying to use your brain to figure stuff out. It's you're in a different place. So you're seeing things in a completely different way, and then you're also more aligned with your intuition, and you just know what's the next thing to do. And living like that is just a lot easier. It's not as stressful for a start.
Yeah.
Um, you have a lot more trust
Yeah.
in yourself.
Hmm.
Because that's like you gotta say you gotta trust in the universe, which can be a little bit like too much for a lot of people, right? I mean, it's not too much for me, but that's just how I operate. But for a
Yeah.
lot of people who live on planet Earth, that's
Yes.
like, what? But you learn to trust in yourself. And I feel like as an entrepreneur, that's really, really important because we spend so much of our time second guessing ourselves,
Yes.
right? So, you know, you come and you have like the peace of mind as well.
Yeah.
So, I would, if anyone is listening and they really, really want to, they're really curious about this, I really do encourage you to to reach out to myself, to Heather, to John,
Yeah.
and to have a conversation about this, about
Mhm.
coming to the field, because we're
Yes.
really excited.
It's going to be beautiful. We can share a bit of the details
Yes.
of, the logistics of how it works. So it's from Monday to Thursday,
Hmm.
May 19th through 22nd. We're going to be together. Oh, there's a secret adventure kickoff
That's
excursion
right. It's
in
going
the
to be
morning. It
beautiful.
hasn't been
Very
announced yet.
beautiful.
Oh,
Yes.
I know. I already know it is. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Um, we're going to be together from 9 in the morning until 5 p.m. And then there's another, we'll keep, there's other details that are a surprise, right? You're going to be invited to other things
Yes.
to do on the island. It's an adventure intensive. Um, and we're going to be in the morning in conversation about
Hmm.
love. We always start with love, right? And then we're
That's
gonna
right.
in the after, and Kalpna's gonna be there sharing. And in the afternoon, we're gonna shift. We're gonna build on that foundation to shift into talking about how that's gonna turn into money in our lives, right?
Right.
Those 4 days. On the fifth day, if you would like, you can come. I just ordered Kalpna a mask. You have to tell JP. I'll tell JP a mask that restricts the oxygen flow for my training because on Friday, we're going to hike at 10,000 feet down
Yes.
into the crater of
Into
the
the crater.
volcano.
It's absolutely stunning. It really, really is.
It's apparently one of the most beautiful hikes on the planet. There is a lava tube. We're going to go have, our spiritual experience in the shadows of the
That's
volcano.
right. Yeah.
I'm super
Yeah.
psyched about it. That is optional, right? You can choose to do that or not. You can also choose to add on Saturday a beautiful cruise with Miss Kalpna and JP.
Miss Cal.
Miss Kalpna, Queen Kalpna and King
Queen
JP.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah. For a
Yes.
sunset dinner cruise.
For a sunset dinner cruise, which sounds
I know.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. It's a
So
private with it's for open for two
just two
people.
people.
Yeah.
So it's almost a private dinner, right?
So that
I
we
think,
can have like one-on-one conversations and
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
in a
It's
beautiful surroundings. And
private.
like, I think we sail to Molokai and then have dinner. It's going to be lovely.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Just,
really excited.
these events are the depths of conversation that happens at these events, the people that you're sitting
Mm.
in circle with, like people that we're having like a pretty like deep conversation right now, right? About
Yes.
what is possible for humans and what it takes to get there. Anyone who comes to these events, like that's their jam, So the people that you meet at these events, they're my favorite. Like I like want them to be my family. I
Yeah.
keep in touch with so many
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah.
That I met at past events. Um, I love when they join Creators Journey so that I can hang out with them all year long. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this, if you come and play full out, right, with this caliber of people at this caliber of conversation in paradise, I can describe
Mhm.
the feeling of Hawaii sometime to you guys too. It's incredible. This will be my third time there. Um, it can be a landmark moment in your life. Like show up for that. That
Right.
there is before this event in your life
Yeah.
and there is after it. Because
Yeah.
what you create here, you get to keep
Mhm.
forever and ever, right?
That's
And you get
right.
to spread it out into the world into your children, into your partner, into your clients, right? Your
That's right.
coworkers, whoever you're with. Yeah.
And you get to be in a group of people who have the same mindset, who are supporting you in your journey while you are here, right? And they'll be supporting each other. We'll be supporting each other because
Yeah.
I'm sure that every time we evolve as well,
Oh yeah. This is like
right?
a co-created thing.
Totally,
Like
totally.
every
How
single
can we
time.
grow more? How can I mean,
Yeah.
this is what we always say, you know, or where can I grow more? How can I grow more? How can I become bigger?
I think it was the last Hawaii event. I think all the events, JP and I'll talk after about what we learned and I'll say, I'm growing. And he'll say, me too.
Yeah,
Like we're here to do it together.
totally. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. And every single person that comes, so don't come if you're not. No, but every single person that comes, what I find that's so special about them on like a real visceral level is that they're here to be like fully seen and to
mm,
fully see you.
yes,
That is a rare human being. And, come make friends and connections that
mm,
keep the rest of your life. People come and become podcast hosts together. People come and start businesses together. I have flown across the country to see um, people that I've met through this work, right? Because we're important to each other now, and
right.
that
Yeah,
changes our reality.
yeah. You're part of a tribe.
Yes. Yes. We're co-creating a new reality, right?
Yes,
For each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
And what an honor, man. Yeah. I'm excited to do it with you, Kalpna. I'm so excited that you'll be there with us.
I'm excited that you'll be there as well, and the level of conversation is just going to be awesome. And
Yeah.
sorry.
It gets better every time. Every
I
single
know.
time it gets
I
better.
think about it, and I get the like the shivers, the chills. I'm like, oh, this sounds so amazing.
It it is quite an honor to be a human in the space with other humans that are thriving.
That's
That
right.
right? Like that's a get to. That is not um inevitable for all of us. And
No.
it is so beautiful to have the opportunity and provide the opportunity for others to choose to step into that,
Yeah.
to truly thrive, to I call it getting fully bloomed, like fully bloom yourself. See what that looks like.
Right.
Who are you
So
going to
if
be?
you were, what would you say to someone who's on the fence, or, I mean, how would you describe the person? How would they know that they're the ones that should be here?
Because they're a little bit scared to come.
Yeah. Right.
Because I've walked, I don't know how many people, I should go back and count how many people through the process of saying yes to coming to these events. And number one, you're a little bit scared because you get the depth and of what we're talking about, and you know
Mhm.
you're gonna go all in. Like you know you're not gonna come and like half-ass it. And
Right.
so that is a little scary because, that does mean saying goodbye to parts of us that aren't serving anymore. Um,
Mm.
and it does mean going somewhere new,
Yes.
right? Inside of yourself and that, right? That takes something, man.
It does. It
Deny.
does. Yeah.
Takes something.
And
Um,
yeah, and you're wondering like, how is everyone gonna respond to this as well around you?
yeah. Sam was just describing to me last night how I was different when I came back from Hawaii last time. And I didn't know he had like clocked that, you know?
Right.
Um, but apparently he did. And yeah, and the other reason that people are a little bit scared is because they have a reason why they're saying no to come to so far to coming, right? Because I don't want to leave my kids, because I don't want to spend the money, because there's reasons, right? And every single person who I help say yes to this thing they're actually desiring doing coming, they get past that thing,
Mm.
right? That the guilt about leaving the kids, that was mine. I had that, right? The fi whatever if you're watching this, think of your reason. I can't come because. That because is the same one that's holding you back from all the things that you want to do.
Right. Yeah.
So guess what? When you get on the phone with me and we get you free from that, right? You come to Hawaii, like that's the transformation, man, getting free from that, right? But
Yeah.
you come to Hawaii, you're gonna meet powerful you.
Mm.
You just are. And yeah, that is a little scary. That takes something. And
Yeah.
I honor where everybody is in that process and let's frickin' go. Right?
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
worth it.
go.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
thank you for hosting us in your home, Kalpna.
Oh, it's just such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure and it's such an honor. It really is an honor to be able to hold. I keep using the word hold space, and I don't actually really like that.
Come up with a new thing.
To create the space for people to
Yeah.
have
Create the
to
space.
evolve. John's word is evolution. Mine is visionary.
Yeah.
We have the word of like how we see everyone, and his is like, people come and they have an evolution.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to create a space for people to evolve, for us to evolve as well, right?
Yes,
To
but
be in
we
this
are,
massive, powerful space where we are all
yes.
having this conversation with each other and with ourselves so that we can evolve to something bigger and greater. And
Yeah.
that is like beyond words. Like I'm gonna make one up, fantabulous or something like
It's
it's just,
yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Moving collective, having an experience shoulder to shoulder, right, with other
mm,
people, moving beyond not just, I think the lower level evolutions is very much about like moving beyond individual, right,
yeah,
traumas and limiting beliefs and stuff. But
yeah,
at this level, we're moving beyond collective understandings that seem like the truth, and you get to come
right.
find out that it's not.
Yes. Yes,
There's
we are
a
not playing
bigger
at the
one,
level of getting rid of your limiting beliefs.
right?
This is bigger. This is a lot bigger than that.
This is bigger than that. So we could talk about that next time. This was a good.
That's right.
This is about about at our half-hour mark.
Okay.
But so that'll be our next time. Uh, yeah. This is for the person ready to say yes to what the world is looking to create through them. And thank you for
Yeah,
saying yes with me, Kalpna. It's so fun to work with you.
thank you. Yeah, I love you too.
Love you so much. Anyone who wants to have a conversation, reach out. Let's talk about
What's the
it.
best way to reach out to you, Heather?
So you can find me on Facebook. I'll go through and put a link below. You can also check out the field page and start a conversation.
Right, and
That,
you'll be posting that link, yeah? So they should be able
yep,
to find that.
yep.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Talk soon, everybody.